Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? Today, we're going over Old El Paso beef and cheese taco bites and Old El Paso chicken and cheese taco bites. Each box weighs 13 ounces and costs $9.99. So let's go over the beef and cheese taco bites first, which are seasoned beef, cheddar cheese, bell peppers, jalapeno peppers, and onions in a crispy crust. Here's the list of ingredients. And the meat in the taco bites is ground beef crumbles that of course contain beef, but there's also ground beef in these as well. I'm not sure the reasoning for listing ground beef twice, but the good thing is there's no TVP in these, so they can mention ground beef 100 times as far as I'm concerned. There's 4 servings per box. Each serving has 5 taco bites, which have 280 calories, 13 grams of total fat, 3.5 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 20 milligrams of cholesterol, 390 milligrams of sodium, 31 grams of carbohydrates, 1 gram of fiber, 2 grams of sugars, and 9 grams of protein. Now let's go over the Old El Paso chicken and cheese taco bites, which contain cooked white meat chicken, cheddar cheese, bell peppers, and jalapeno peppers in a crispy crust. Here's the list of ingredients. Again, there's 4 or 5 taco bite servings per box. Each serving has 260 calories, 11 grams of total fat, 2.5 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 20 milligrams of cholesterol, 390 milligrams of sodium, 31 grams of carbohydrates, 2 grams of fiber, 2 grams of sugars, and 10 grams of protein. You can cook the Old El Paso chicken and cheese taco bites and beef and cheese taco bites in the oven, microwave, or air fryer. I'm going to cook these in the oven. Now let's get our taco bites out of their freezer and out of the box. We're cooking our Old El Paso taco bites along with the Old El Paso stuffed nachos, which I did in a previous video. If you want to see how they turned out, I'll leave a link in the description box. And these go into a preheated 400 degree oven for 14 to 16 minutes. Here's our chicken and cheese taco bites after baking in a 400 degree oven for 16 minutes. They look pretty good, felt pretty good, but I would have liked a little bit more golden brown. So into the old pie hole and down the gullet it went. And they certainly weren't very crispy. They did have a little bit of a crunch to them, but it was more of a soft, chewy crunch than it was a crispy crunch. And the filling wasn't too bad, but it was pretty much straight up cheese with very little chicken in it. At 50 cents each, I really expected a more substantial filling, more flavor, and a more flavorful crispy crust in these taco bites. And I'm gonna give them a 5 out of 10. Now let's try the beef and cheese taco bites. And they look identical to the chicken and cheese taco bites. And one thing I did notice about both of the taco bites, none of them broke the seal and lost their filling. So into the old pie hole and down the gullet it went. And the beef and cheese taco bites were pretty much a rerun of the chicken and cheese taco bites. Somewhat crispy, somewhat chewy, unflavorful crust, cheesy filling with little flavor, and no meat. I think Old El Paso had a great idea, but it was poorly executed. And the beef and cheese taco bites also get a 5 out of 10. Definitely not worth $10. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.